हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू आवर यूट्यूब चैनल। आज का जो हम टॉपिक स्टार्ट करेंगे वो है ह्यूमन राइट्स कमीशन। अन अकेडमी यूपीएससी चैंपियनशिप 2.0 is providing you with all India free mock test series under UPSC CSE prelims 2020 to 21 paper 1 JS. You will also get an opportunity to meet with our 2019 CSE toppers, top Unacademy educators, and Unacademy subscription scholarship also. And this was conducted on 30th August, September 13, September 20, September, and the last date is on 27th September. So you can enroll now if you are really interested in this championship. As we know that we have few days left for our exam, so if you want to brush up some of your concepts or you want to clear some of your doubts, then you can enroll for UPSC CSE 2020 with Unacademy. Now this one subscription has unlimited benefits, like you can learn from your comfort zone, like your home. You have unlimited access to all the resources, all the courses, top educators on one platform, full syllabus coverage, double doubt clearing session, live test series, study material will be provided in form of PDF format, so you don't need to write anything. Answer writing sessions will be taking place under our mentor and guidance. Now this is also a complete one-stop solution for all UPSC CSE preparation. Now the structured batches with top educators, batches in Hindi, English, bilingual, late night as well as 2-year batches. Then we have 100% syllabus coverage, vast range of optional, prelims and main test series, double doubt clearing session, daily current affair practice, answer writing and essay writing practice, and your performance analysis also would be provided after your test series. And we will also prepare you for interview so that this package benefits you in the long term. Now we have 4 complete batch preparation that is already starting from 21st September 2020. The first batch is the Mission UPSC CSE 2021 batch, in which the medium of instruction is bilingual, and the second is in Hindi, third is in English, and we have UPSC CSE 2022 batch of English JS batch. So you can enroll for any of the 4 batches in whichever language you are comfortable in. Then we have Ultimate Revision Booster Prelims Batch course, and the Ultimate Revision Booster for Prelims 2020 is all. We have 2 batches. One is bilingual, another is in English, and for Prelims 2020. So you can enroll now, and this is completely free for every student. Now the time duration is from 5 September to 30th September, and we are providing you with free live classes from Monday to Friday, and we have sectional quizzes in this. Now if you subscribe now, then you will get 10% off. You just need to apply this code SIMPLYT, and we are providing you with daily 20 current affair test series that is completely free. Now we are providing you with 20 questions for 20 minutes, 40 marks, along with your test analysis. Now your test analysis basically consists of your correct and incorrect answer, as well as the percentile with yourself, others, that means your batchmates, and with the topper. So this will give you a this will actually tell you about your performances and how you can improve your performance in the test. So if you really like our channel, then you can subscribe on YouTube, Telegram, and Facebook. Let's start. So let's start with the establishment of Human Rights Commission, that is NHRC. Now, as we know that the National Human Rights Commission is basically a statutory body and not a constitutional body, and it was established in 1993 under the legislation that was enacted. Another legislation that was enacted that was actually known for the name of that bill was actually known the Protection of Human Rights Act in 1993. Now this act was basically amended in 2006, and the commission was known as the watchdog of human rights in our country. So its main job was to look at the human rights of our country, and no person is basically suffering or deprived from the basic human rights, and they were related to life, liberty, equality, and dignity of every individual that has been guaranteed to us by our constitution, and it has been embodied in all the international covenants covenants, and it is enforceable by courts also in our country. Now the specific object basically for establishment was of this commission was first, basically it required to strengthen the institutional arrangements through which the human rights issues actually could be addressed in their entirely in a more focused manner. इसका मतलब ये है कि हमने ये इंस्टीट्यूशनल अरेंजमेंट लेकर ताकि हमारे जितने भी ह्यूमन राइट्स के जितने भी हमारी कंट्री में इश्यूज हैं उसको हम एड्रेस कर सके और थोड़ा फोकस मैनर में हम एड्रेस कर सके ह्यूमन राइट्स को. Then second, to look into the allegations of excesses independently of the government and in a manner that will underline the government's commitment to protect human rights. So basically ये क्या बोल रहा है, इसका लाइन का ये मतलब है कि हमने बेसिकली करा ताकि जितने भी एलिगेशन लगे हैं और ताकि हमारी जो गवर्नमेंट है वो काफ़ी इंडिपेंडेंट फंक्शन करे और ये गवर्नमेंट की कमिटमेंट भी होनी चाहिए ताकि ये हमारे ह्यूमन राइट्स है उनको प्रोटेक्ट कर सके. To complement and strengthen the efforts that has already been made in the direction. अब ये इसलिए है कि हमने अगर हमने कमिटमेंट दे दी तो हमें उसको फॉलो अप भी करना है और उसको डायरेक्शन भी देनी है. तो बेसिकली ये कमेटी इसलिए ही फॉर्म हुई है ताकि ये इसमें हम हमारे एफर्ट्स डाल सके जो हमने बेसिकली इंटरनेशनल कोवेंस में लिया है और हमने बात करी कि हम ह्यूमन राइट्स को हम प्रोटेक्ट करेंगे हमारी कंट्री में. तो बेसिकली उसी चीज़ को बोलने के बाद हम उसे प्रैक्टिकली इम्प्लीमेंट करना चाहते हैं अपनी कंट्री में. Composition. Now basically this is a multi-member body that consists of chairman and 4 members. The chairman should be retired CGI of India and the members should be serving or the retired judges of Supreme Court. A serving or retired CGI of a high court or 2 person having a practical knowledge or experience with respect to human rights. अब बेसिकली कॉम्पोजिशन क्या है कि ये ह्यूमन राइट्स कैसी कमेटी फॉर्म होगी और इसमें क्या इसके वो सर्टेन रूल्स और रेगुलेशन लिखे हैं. जैसे ये कि मल्टी मेंबर बॉडी है और इसमें एक चेयरमैन होंगे और उसके साथ 4 और मेंबर्स होंगे. अब जो चेयरमैन होगा वो क्या हो सकता है, वो रिटायर्ड सीजीआई हो सकता है जिसे हम कहते हैं चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया हो सकता है, या फिर जो मेंबर्स है जो सर्व कर रहे जो रिटायर्ड जजेस है सुप्रीम कोर्ट के, या फिर जो अभी सर्व कर रहे हैं, या फिर रिटायर्ड सीजीआई हैं जो हाई कोर्ट के, और जो 2 पर्सन हो जाए उनको प्रॉपर नॉलेज होनी चाहिए, प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज ह्यूमन राइट्स के पर्सपेक्टिव में. In addition to these full-time members, the commission has also 4 ex-officio members and the chairman of National Commission for Minorities, the National Commission of SCs, the National Commission of STs and National Commission for Women. अब हम देखते हैं कि इसमें एडिशन जितने भी हमने फुल टाइम मेंबर्स की बात करी 5 मेंबर्स की, उसके एडिशन में 4 एक्स ऑफिसर मेंबर्स भी होने चाहिए जो इन 4 कमिटीज से होते हैं जो हमने बात करी थी, वुमेन की, CSC, SCs की, STs की और माइनॉरिटीज की. अब जो चेयरमैन और मेंबर्स हैं वो अपॉइंट हुए हैं जैसे प्रेसिडेंट के थ्रू, और जो रिकमेंडेशन दी जाती है जो 6 मेंबर कमेटी है जो जो कंसिस्ट करती है प्राइम मिनिस्टर जिसका हेड है, और जो स्पीकर ऑफ लोकसभा है, डिप्यूटी चेयरमैन ऑफ राज्यसभा है, और जो लीडर्स है ऑपोजिशन में और दोनों पार्लियामेंट हाउसेस के, और जो सेंट्रल होम मिनिस्टर है. अब फर्दर इसके देखते हैं, एक सिटिंग जज होता है ऑफ सुप्रीम कोर्ट और सिटिंग सीजीआई ऑफ अ हाई कोर्ट कैन ऑल्सो बी अपॉइंटेड आफ्टर द कंसल्टेशन विद द चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया. अब एक जो सिटिंग जज है जो प्रेजेंटली है और जो चीफ जस्टिस है लाइक सुप्रीम कोर्ट या हाई कोर्ट का, वो भी अपॉइंट कर सकते हैं हम, वो हमें कंसल्ट करना होगा चीफ जस्टिस से. Now the chairman and its members are basically hold the office for a term of 5 years and until they attain the age of 70 years, whichever is earlier. After their tenure, now the chairman and members are not eligible for further employment under the central or state government, and the president can remove the chairman or any member from the office in under circumstances. तो बेसिकली ये बोल रहा है कि हमने फिक्स टेन्योर जो हमने 5 इयर्स की करी है और उनकी मैक्सिमम एज लिमिट कितनी होनी चाहिए, 70 तक करनी चाहिए, और जो मेंबर्स हैं बेसिकली 70 के बाद वो एलिजिबल नहीं है कि उन्हें एम्प्लॉयमेंट होगी उनकी जो स्टेट और सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट में है. अब यहाँ पे जो प्रेसिडेंट है उसके पास कुछ पावर्स दी गई हैं, जैसे वो रिमूव कर सकता है चेयरमैन या फिर कोई भी मेंबर रिमूव कर सकता है कुछ सर्कमस्टांसेस के अंदर. तो अब हम पढ़ते हैं कौन से सर्कमस्टांसेस है जिसके अंदर वो रिमूव कर सकते हैं. First, if he is adjudged as insolvent. Second, if he engages during his term of office in any other paid employment outside the duty of his office. C. He is unfit to continue office by the reason of infirmity of the mind or body. Four, that if he is unsound mind and stand to declare by the competent court, or if he is convicted and sentenced to imprisonment for an offence. In addition to this, the president can also remove the chairman of any member on the ground of proved misbehavior or incapacity. But however, in all these cases, the president has to refer to the Supreme Court of India for any inquiry. And if the Supreme Court of India, like after the inquiry, tries to uphold the cause of removal and then advises the president, the president actually can remove the chairman or a member. Now let's talk about the salaries and allowances and the condition of services of chairman or the member, determined by the central government. But they cannot be varied to the disadvantage after this appointment. All the above provisions are basically aim to secure the autonomy, independence and impartiality of functioning of this commission. अब हम बात करते हैं जितने भी बेसिक फंक्शन हैं जो ह्यूमन राइट्स कमीशन परफॉर्म करती है. पहली चीज, टू इंक्वायर इनटू एनी वायलेशन ऑफ ह्यूमन राइट्स और नेग्लिजेंस इन प्रिवेंशन ऑफ सच वायलेशन बाय अ पब्लिक सर्वेंट, either suo motu or on a petition that has been presented to it or an order of a court. अब जो फर्स्ट फंक्शन है बेसिकली ये बात कर रहा है कि जो वायलेशन हो ह्यूमन राइट्स या फिर जो हमने निगलेक्ट कर दिया है, जैसे प्रिवेंशन ऑफ सम वायलेंस है जो पब्लिक सर्वेंट पे है, वो भी फाइल हो सकती है. Then second, to intervene in any proceeding involving allegation of violation of human rights pending before court, to visit jails and detention places to study the living condition of inmates and make recommendation thereon, to review the constitutional and other legal safeguards for the protection of human rights, and to recommend the measures of their effective implementation, to review the factors that are including with the acts of terrorism that inhibit the enjoyment of human rights and recommend their remedial measures, to study treaties and other international instruments of human rights and make recommendation for the effective implementation, to undertake and promote the research in the field of human rights, to spread human rights literacy among the people, and we need to promote their awareness of the safeguards that are available for protection of these rights, to encourage the efforts of NGOs, the non-governmental organization working in the field of human rights, to undertake such other functions that is be considered very necessary for the promotion of human rights. Now let's talk about the working of Human Rights Commission. So basically over here we'll know that how a National Human Rights Commission basically works. So the commission headquarters are located in Delhi, and it can also establish offices at other places in India, and it is vested with the power to regulate its own procedure. Second, it has all the powers of a civil court, and its proceeding have a judicial character. It may call for information or report from central or state government or any other authority that is subordinated thereto. The commission also has its own nucleus of investigating its staff for investigation into complaints of human rights violation. Besides that, it is also empowered to utilize the services of any officer or investigation agency of the central government or any state government for the purpose. It has also established a proper effective cooperation with all the NGOs with their first-hand information about the human rights violation. Now the commission is not just empowered to inquire into all these matters about the expiry of 1 year from the date on which the act that is constituting the violation of human rights is basically to have some of the commitment committed. And in other words, we can also say that it can also look into the matters like within 1 year of its occurrence, and the commission can take some of the steps or upon the completion of an inquiry. First, that it may recommend the concerned government or authority to the payment of compensation or damages to a victim. So basically इसका ये मतलब है कि अगर ये recommend कर सकता है गवर्नमेंट को, अथॉरिटी को, कि ये पेमेंट करे, कॉम्पेंसेशन दे जो इनने डैमेज कॉज करा है विक्टिम को. और यहाँ पे ये भी रेकमेंड बेसिकली ये भी रेकमेंड करते हैं कि जो कंसर्न गवर्नमेंट है या अथॉरिटी है, तो जो जितना इनिशिएशन ऑफ प्रोसीजर है, ऑफ प्रोसिक्यूशन है, और एनी अदर एक्शन जो गिल्टी है सर्वेंट का, वो भी ले सकते हैं। और इसके बाद इन्हें रेकमेंड करा है जो कंसर्न गवर्नमेंट अथॉरिटी उन्हें ग्रांट करना चाहिए इमीडिएट इंटीरियम रिलीफ जो उन्हें विक्टिम को देना चाहिए। देन हम उसके बाद करते हैं कि इट में अप्रोच द सुप्रीम कोर्ट और हाई कोर्ट जो बेसिकली नेसेसरी है वहाँ के कंसर्न डायरेक्शंस और जो ऑर्डर्स और रिट्स दिए गए हैं। उसके बाद अब इसका क्या रोल है इस कमीशन का। अब जो फंक्शंस है कमीशन के वो तो हमने बेसिकली देखा है कि काफ़ी रिकमेंडेटरी है नेचर। इसका मतलब ये है कि वो सिर्फ रिकमेंड कर सकते हैं, उनके पास कोई ऐसी पावर नहीं है कि वो किसी को पनिश कर सके जो कि वायलेटर्स है ह्यूमन राइट्स के। और वो ना तो अवार्ड दे सकते हैं यानी जितना रिलीफ जैसे मॉनेटरी रिलीफ जो उन्हें विक्टिम को दे सकता है। तो बेसिकली हम ये देखते हैं कि ये सिर्फ क्या कहते हैं रेकमेंड कर सकते हैं, बट इनके पास खुद के कोई पावर्स नहीं है इस कमीशन की। अब हम देखते हैं जितने भी रिकमेंडेशन है वो बाइंडिंग नहीं है, जो कंसर्न है गवर्नमेंट पे और अथॉरिटी पे। और यहाँ पे ये भी इन्फॉर्म करा गया है कि जितने भी एक्शन लिए जाएंगे और रिकमेंडेशन दिए जाएंगे विद इन 1 मंथ होगा। अब इस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में कोई फॉर्मर मेंबर कमीशन ने बेसिकली ऑब्जर्व करा है कि गवर्नमेंट कैन नॉट वॉश अवे विद द रिकमेंडेशंस मेड बाय द कमीशन and the commission role may be recommendatory or advisory, yet the government should consider the cases forwarded by it, and therefore it is improper to say that the commission is powerless because it enjoys a great material authority and no government can ignore its recommendation. So ये जो line है और ये जो words है वो किसी ex member ने कहा था commission के। अब हम देखते हैं moreover the commission basically has a very limited role, powers and jurisdiction, that is with respect to all the violations of human rights by the members of the armed forces. But in this sphere the commission may basically seek a report from the central government and basically make all its recommendation. अब जो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट है उन्हें ये आगे इन्फॉर्म करना है कमीशन को एक्शन के बारे में जो उनने लिया और जिसने भी उन्हें रिकमेंडेशन करे 3 मंथ में। अब जो कमीशन है वो बेसिकली सबमिट करती है अपनी एनुअल और स्पेशल रिपोर्ट है जो वो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को और वो भी स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को उसके साथ साथ जो कंसर्न है। अब ये रिपोर्ट्स हैं ये बेसिकली वहाँ पे उन्हें प्रॉपरली लेड डाउन है बिफोर द रिस्पेक्टिव लेजिस्लेचर्स और उसके साथ साथ इनने एक मेमोरेंडम भी लिया है एक्शन जो उन्हें लेना है और जो रिकमेंडेशन है कमीशन के और जितने भी रीजंस है ऑफ नॉन एक्सेप्टेंस है या फिर और कोई ऐसे यहाँ पे इन्हें रिकमेंडेशंस करे हैं। अब हम देखते हैं, अब हम आते हैं इनके परफॉर्मेंस के तरफ। जो परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ कमीशन है बेसिकली काफ़ी जो ह्यूमन राइट्स इश्यूज है वो ऑलरेडी इस कमीशन लिया है, जैसे abolition of bonded labor, functioning of mental hospitals at Ranchi, Agra, Gwalior, functioning of government protective homes for women in Agra, issues concerning to right to food, review of Child Marriage Act, Restraint Act in 1929, protocols of Convention of the Rights of the Child, preventing employment of children by government servants, amendment of service rule, abolition of child labor, guidebook for the media on sexual violence against children, trafficking in women and children, manual for judiciary for gender sensitization program on prevention of sex tourism and trafficking, maternal anemia and human rights, rehabilitation of destitute women in Vrindavan, combating with the sexual harassment of women at the workplace, harassment of women passengers in trains, then abolition of manual scavenging, Dalits issues including atrocities perpetrated on them, then problems that are faced by denotified and the nomadic tribes, rights of the disabled persons, issues relating to the right to health, then the rights of person affected by HIV and AIDS. Then we have relief for the victims of 1999 in Odisha cyclone. We have monitoring of relief measures that are undertaken after Gujarat earthquake in 2001, District Complaints Authority, population policy, development and human rights, review of statutes including terrorist, disruptive activities and the draft Prevention of Terrorism Bill in 2000. We have protection of human rights in the area of insurgency and terrorism, guidelines to check the misuse of power, that is arrest by the police. We are setting up a human rights cell in the state or city police headquarters, steps to check the custodial deaths, rape and torture, accession to the Convention Against Torture, discussion on adoption of a refugee law for the country, systematic reform of police, prisoners, and other centers of detention, review of laws, implementation of treaties and its international instrument on human rights, promotion of human rights, literacy awareness in the education system, human rights training of the for the armed forces, police, public authorities, and the civil society. Now let's talk about the Human Rights Amendment Act that was made in 2006. The Parliament has basically passed the Protection of Human Rights Amendment Act in 2006, but the main amendments were carried out for the protection of human rights in 1993 that has related to several issues. First, reducing the number of members of State Human Rights Commission from 5 to 3, changing the eligibility condition for appointment of members of State Human Rights Commission, strengthening the investigative machinery available with the Human Rights Commission, empowering the Commission to recommend award of compensation, etc., even during the course of inquiry, empowering the NHRC to undertake the visits to jails even without intimation to the state government, strengthening the procedure for recording of evidence of witnesses, clarifying that the chairpersons of NHRC and the SHRCs are distinct from the members of their respective commission, enabling the NHRC to transfer the complaints that are received by it to the concerned SHRC. Then we have enabling the chairperson and the members of NHRC to address their resignations in writing to the president and the chairperson and the members of SHRCs to the governor of the state concerned, clarifying that the absence of any member in the selection committee for the selection of the chairperson and the member of NHRC or the SHRCs will not vitiate the decision taken by such committees. Then providing that the chairperson of the National Commission of Scheduled Caste and the chairperson of National Commission of Scheduled Tribes shall be deemed to be members of the National Commission of Human Rights Commission. Then we have enabling the central government to notify basically the further international conventions and conventions to which the acts would be applicable. So we have covered everything in Human Rights Commission. So if you really like my video, you can like, subscribe and share. And thank you so much for watching this.